Hey guys, so just before this video begins, if you're lucky enough to watch this video before Black Friday, so the Black Friday sale is currently live on BimmerTech's website. I'll leave a link straight down below, and they're going to have 10% off all BimmerTech products. Now, on top of this, you can also use my discount code, which is right here on the screen and link down below, up to Cyber Monday, which is the 27th of November, to grab an extra 5%, so it's a 15% in total discount off BimmerTech products. And you'll also get that DIY Essentials kit, which you'll see me use in the video, which is a great piece of kit. So make sure to make the most of this deal while you can. End Cyber Monday, 27th of November. I'll leave it all linked down below and on the screen. Check it out. Now, enjoy the video. Finally, we're giving her some love. I actually just bought her a new splitter because I snapped it. And all new wheels because the old ones all buckled. So we've got fresh wheels, fresh splitter, and now more mods. So welcome back to a brand new video. I'm actually going to be recording on my iPhone today because my camera's playing up a bit. And it's the new 15, so it should be pretty good for filming on. So hopefully this sounds good, looks good. Let me know, because my usual camera is really bad for image stabilization. So let me know if you actually know any differences down below. But today we're going to be installing something that I've wanted to install for ages, because the one thing this car lacks is Apple CarPlay. And I'm assuming you've clicked on this video by the title and thumbnail. We're going to be installing CarPlay into the Touring today, which has been needed for a long time. So without further ado, let's get to installing the CarPlay. So we're actually installing the MMI Pro by BimmerTech. So this is what is in the box. It's really nice. It's sort of like a piggyback, I would explain it. That goes behind the radio itself. Behind here, you actually have the physical radio unit. And this piggybacks into that and will allow us to use CarPlay and more features. As this is the newer version with, you can literally even run a Nintendo Switch off this if you wanted somehow. I don't know how you do it. And you can watch YouTube and everything, but we're going to learn. So we've got the actual unit here. Then behind us, we have all the wiring and plugs and whatnot. So before I might as well show that whilst installing it. But first thing first, what we've got to do is remove this panel here with tool, and then we've got to unplug that, undo that. It's quite simple. And we've also got a really nice DIY Essentials kit by BimmerTech, which is a lovely little tin. Like, look at this. Just the build quality is lovely. And you open it up, shows all your bits you've got, and you've literally got everything you need. The only additional thing that I'm going to be using is a plastic trim tool on this, just so I don't damage any of my interior bits. So I've got a trim tool pack down there. Gonna open it up. Love the Crocs, can't knock them. And we'll get installing it. But yeah, it's gonna be really good. So what I've done is pry the top a little bit, so I can get a bit of a pull when you see it's starting to pump out. There we go. I've taken mine out a couple times before, and the previous owner did wrap it, so it is a bit easier. So I've unplugged that, and now I've just got to undo these connections around the back to disconnect these two plug-ins here. But it shouldn't be too hard. It's just gonna be a little bit fiddly with these little clips and whatnot. So now that is out of the way, you can see there's two, I think they're T25 screws here, which will be able to pull this up, and then there'll be a plug in the back of the screen. And then you've got the two ones here, this will pull out, and then there'll be more behind there. So I'm just gonna loosen off all the screws that I can see for now. What I recommend doing is, if you're using this or like one of your cup holders, mine a bit full stuff, just to pop all the screws and bits in, so you're not going to lose any of it, and you know it's all in one place. I'm just going to leave all my stuff in here for now, but it's just a little top tip, Tommy's top tips on how to not lose stuff. And now we ratchet. Okay, so now I've removed them screws. You just got to literally pry this bit off the bottom as well. So I've got that out. Nice plug here, two more screws here, then this should be able to pull out. There shouldn't be plugs in the back of this as well. So I'm just going to disconnect that, remove these two, we can add them to our box. And now this can come off, and then you see we've got another bit of cable just in the back there, which we need to unplug. Just up here. And then a few more screws, and that will come out as well. But we're getting there. I'm going to get this out, and then I'm probably going to go to get the screen out afterwards. So we can now pull this up. So I've got that out. So this is now up. You see there's a lead just in the back there. You can see it's just here. We just need to obviously release on that side bit of the clip, push that in, I believe, and then we should be able to pull it out. It's quite hard to get around the back, obviously, but it's a bit fiddly one. But we're going to get it out. Shouldn't be a problem. Literally about 5 seconds later, and we're out of there as well. We can also pull this lead through now. Just keep an eye on it. Obviously, it's quite a unique plug. Now we just need to get these ones out. And then we're pretty much going to be where we need to be. And this is taking about if I wasn't filming, it'd take about 5 minutes all in doing this. It's just literally screw. They're all T20 bits. But it's really handy having this kit that you can get additionally with it, because it makes it so much faster and quicker, because you have everything you would even need just to get it through. Popped all the screws out now, so it's quite warm because I've been driving about an hour. Pull out like so. Probably just put a microfiber cloth down. I'm going to do that now. I've got one down here. And then we've just got to work out what plugs we actually need to unplug. So I don't have to unplug everything. It's pretty much like the master plug, this big black one here, I believe. And then that one down there, which is for the screen. And maybe these side ones, I'm not sure. I'm just going to sort of pick as I go and see how I get there. But I'm just going to put this cloth down just to stop any scratching of my interior. I've unplugged this one. It just has a nice little lever on it. And then I've unplugged the one that was just down the bottom here, the pink one, which is in here, because this links to the screen. So I don't actually need to unplug anything else on that. I'm just going to leave it sat there because I don't need to fully remove this. It will just make it more trying to get back in. So I'm going to leave it like this. And now, because I have a Harman Kardon system, just down there, big spec, the wiring is slightly different. I need to change some plugs. I did see it in a video. In here, there's some cables that I need to swap over. Might be these green ones here, to make it run with audio. So I'm just going to check that now, what I need to do. So if, like myself, you have the Harman Kardon system, there's this little clip here you have to pry up. I just used a little pick tool that was supplied. And these are fibre optic cables that I've now removed from that harness. So when I go to plug the piggyback harness in, which is here, so it's a bit confusing. The fibre optic cable that was in that plug, the original harness, I've now released from that, plugged the piggyback into that, and then fed our new one that was supplied by BimmerTech into there, and then inserted that cable, the fibre optic cable, into this multi-plug that's now gone back into it. So it's sort of switched through, and then we have this like run off here, which will now go into our actual MMI Pro box, and we can start going through all of the cables in here. Okay, so there is method to my madness. I wanted to check everything worked properly and the sound and everything, so I sort of like test plugged everything in, and it works, so that's great. So what you have to do is, I'm going to go through each bit by bit for you. The LCD in is the original lead that was from the screen. So you plug what was in the screen into here, and then this is going back into its original fixing in the back of this. LCD out is, so it's come from here, it's come into this box. The extension cable they've given us, we're plugged in here, and then this loops to our screen. See, so it was purple, now we've got our blue fitting in there. Then we have our lead here, which is for if we want to add cameras or USB. So my USB in this car I don't think even works, so I've just added it as an extended USB, so I have an extra one. But if you had cameras, you'd run it off here, because you've got the AV cables and whatnot. Then you have your antenna, which is for your signal, because this works off of Wi-Fi, I believe. And this is your antenna, just plug straight in. Then you have the power, which is linked to the original bit where we had to take the fibre optic cables out of. That two big black chunks has a bit that comes off, and that goes here to power this. Then you have a HD, and I wasn't sure how well a Fire Stick would fit in here, so I found a spare like 4K, probably didn't need to use a 4K one, HDMI lead. Now I'm going to run out of here, and I'll just have it coming out the bottom here. So if I need to plug, say, like anything I want into it, I can do it with ease. Like a Fire Stick, whatever, but obviously you don't want to have to try and take this all out again to be able to do anything. So I might as well just leave it somewhere where I can still have access to it. That was my fault. And then you have the switches here, which will come set up to your car. If not, it says on this how to do it. So now I've got it all set up. I'm going to take it all out, put it in properly, and then show you it working and getting it all set up. So I've just thought I'd do this as a demonstration to show it works. I'll just show you quickly. This will power on. Don't give me copyright, please. So as it's powered on, we're going to press and hold number 8 on here. And then we have our new screen. So we can switch between both of them. So I'll go into this further detail in a moment. I'm going to get this all back together, and then we'll get this done properly. I can't wait to have this on my car. And just like that, sometimes I actually even impress myself. Look at this. We've got the HDMI and the USB here coming at the bottom. Everything's fitting in lovely. And bear in mind, that's a long cable, so I feed it up. So if I need more, I can pull this and get more off of it. And I can just pop this off without even using the trim tool, really. So this is like your generic, obviously BMW stuff. If I press and hold 8, we have our CarPlay. And now I just need to set up. We've got inputs, mirroring, so you can mirror straight off your iPhone and whatnot. Yes, we've done it. I've got full screen CarPlay. Look at this, look, get a bit of country going on out here. Let's go into my musics. Look at that. You'll have to trust me when I said it will play, because when I press play, because I'm on my phone, it automatically stops and plays on there. Which is what I wanted to do, but that's why I can't show you it. But it does work, and I'm gassed. I'd show you Waze and that, but I don't need to know where I live, so I'm not going to do that. But Waze does work, you're going to have to trust me. And we even have screen mirroring, so you can see that right now. But it does go sideways. My phone is sideways, so if you watch YouTube, it goes to like here. It's almost full screen, but that's sick. We've got screen mirroring as well, so if you don't have a Fire Stick or whatnot, you can still mirror the display on there to see what you're doing, which is so freaking cool, man. So this is about 5 days since installing it. It's actually been so much better driving the car, so much easier having the sat nav up, the Spotify, and I've now also been able to plug in a Fire Stick and whatnot to use that as well, so that's also great. It's such a better driving experience now. I have all these new features and gizmos and gadgets in the car, and for the price that they are, it is a great upgrade to do. And this new one has the slicker, faster interface. It just has so many key benefits to help improve your interior. And not only that, when you go to sell a car, if your car's got CarPlay in it, and obviously works on Android as well in case you have an Android, then people are going to want yours more than the one without it, because it's such a good thing to have. And it actually works on pretty much 95% of BMWs from 2008 onwards. So if you don't have a 3 Series, you have a 1 Series, 2 Series, 4 Series, whatever it is, you can get one for your car. If you go check out the website, I'll leave a link down below, and put your VIN number and what in. It will tell you what is compatible and what is not. So it is a really good upgrade to do. I highly recommend doing it. Now, I've also been able to get you a coupon code, which I'll have on the screen, a link down below. Now, what it's going to be able to do, for every order that is over $500 that you place, you'll get the DIY Essentials Kit, which I showed you earlier in the video, for free, which is so handy. I've kept mine now in my glove box, because there's so many bits on there that can help just working on your car and whatnot. So, like I said in the video, it's essential to sort of, it's not essential to use to install it, but it has everything you need there. And I definitely recommend taking advantage of the code and upgrading your BMW now, and using that code to get yourself an Essentials Kit if your order is over $500. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment down below what you think of these. If you have any questions, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you take advantage of that discount. So I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.